Oh, hello everyone. How are we all doing today? Feel free to ask any questions you want. Preferably about Croneo, of course. Honestly, like, these past few months have been so great. Hello, Nigma Gaming. How are you doing? But yeah, Croneo so far has been a blast this year, and next year, I think Croneo is going to take us till the end of the year next year. Just to let everyone know. And the next video has been recorded. I just need one more bit of art. Because I specifically show a new gym leader in that video, and I'm waiting on that art. But all the Pokemon have been done. I've also commissioned a set of new items, which will be interesting, and I think that's it. I'm doing all right. I'm just generally excited for just I'm just excited for to get Croneo going even further than I already have. What inspired Croneo? It's a complicated thing. Basically, back during the pandemic, I watched YouTube, and I was a fan of Loxton for a good while, and then he started making Fakemon content, and that made me go, "Huh, I kind of want to do this." So I started having some ideas, and then Croneo itself, being a mix of Scotland and Canada, is kind of inspired by the fact that Galar was mainly England, didn't really do Scotland as much as I wanted it to. So I decided to flesh out Scotland so much, but because the surface had already been scratched, I feel like doing a bit of Canada to also add a bit of world building to the mix was interesting. Hello, Flyfox. How are you doing? Also, if my mic quality doesn't sound that great, it's because I couldn't get my new mic to work on StreamYard. So yeah. Uh yeah, I'm doing all right. Yeah, so I'm not sure what other streaming software I could use, or what problems I would need to sort out. Hey Fruppy, you're not that late. We're just getting started. Um yeah, I've been having problems with my new mic. I was having problems earlier today because I was recording a video for a different project um on yeah, I've been because I actually do stuff for a Doctor Who related channel, which I'm gonna be leaving next year, but I want to go out with a bang, and I've been recording videos for that. And because I've got a new microphone, I've been using it. But the problem is, it was Audacity was not like working properly, or it's not that it wasn't working properly; it just wasn't recognizing the mic properly. So yeah, but you know, it's a problem to fix in future. But hey ho, we're here now, and thank you for saying you're loving the region, Flyfox. I've been loving doing it as well. Um, Funnily enough, I've I had a look to see how many commissions I've paid for, essentially. And the amount we've passed the halfway mark for fake mon designs, which is scary. There's gonna be other stuff that I'm gonna be doing as well outside of fake mon designs for it. So keep your eyes peeled. Yeah, like I mean, there's the map, which will be done by the end of next year, and there's also going to be videos to do with the characters and the plot. You know, typical Fakemon YouTube region stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna have other videos on the channel as well, so that's gonna be exciting. But yeah, feel free to ask questions about Croneo. Um, what's my favorite Croneo Fakemon? I I always dread being asked that question because I can't answer it. I genuinely love almost all of them. There's some that I feel like could have been done better. There's some that I feel like I made some mistakes with in terms of the fact that maybe a different artist could have done a better job with it, or my concept just wasn't finished enough. I feel like all the concepts I've come up with so far have been good, but yeah. Oh, you scared me, dumb and sparse. Yeah. I'm again, the next video has been recorded and will probably be edited very soon. And it'll likely be out in a few weeks. Yeah. My main worries are getting February's video out in time and then also March's as a result. That's my concern at the moment because I've got no doubt that I'll have this video out January. So out of all the Chroneomon, which happens to me if as I've just been saying, I don't really have an absolute favorite. Like if like in a hypothetical Chroneo game, I would basically just do Nuzlocke and counter rules. You're working on your Route 1 rodents, and you have an idea for two. So the first one is based on rats and the Rat King, and it's also based on conjoined twins, also tripwires and bullets. Interesting. Unoriginal question. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like here's the thing. I don't want to like publicly reveal what my least favorite Chroneomon is because I feel bad. But I also don't have a favorite, so that's fair. Not having glasses is not fun. Um, thing is, I can see fairly well without my glasses. It's just a bit blurry, and things are hard to like. I can see the letters in enough detail. It's that I just find it difficult to read without my glasses because everything's like the blurs are gone, and yeah, everything's clear enough that I can just read. Um, Blind in your right eye without glasses. Ooh, yeah, that wouldn't be fun. Other is based on the haggis, the made-up creature, and mice and guinea pigs. Yeah, that makes sense. That just makes complete sense. Speaking of the wild haggis, I posted Croneo and Meowth on Christmas on the community tab and on the Croneo region Instagram, which, if it's not in the description below, you can find it somewhere on my channel. You can find a link. I post it like everywhere. So, I mean, it's in my link tree. So, yeah. Yeah, that's based on the wild haggis. Which I've decided against putting in this thumbnail because it's going to be in the next video's thumbnail, and you know. Yeah. I also, on my Instagram, posted Regional Berserker, and I also posted some Kelpie-inspired Fakemon on my Patreon. They'll probably be posted on my Instagram soon as well, in the lead up to the video. Only learned about this region recently, and you're really enjoying it. Definitely deserve more love. Thank you so much. It truly means a lot. Yeah. That recent video blew up. To be quite honest, it blew up quite a bit, and it reached so many more people, and I'm honestly grateful. And I hope all the newcomers stick, because there'll probably be a new video in like probably 2 weeks. You know, for your birds, one is based on the crossbill and fishermen and anchors. That's interesting. Yeah, you probably might know this if you went back to see my previous videos or have seen previous videos, but I have a crossbill inspired mon that is also based on the Scottish flag, because I thought that would be a fun combination of terms, because the cross on the Scottish flag, well, it's called a cross, or the saltire, but like or saltire, or however you pronounce it, is the cross on the Scottish flag. So I thought it would be an interesting design concept, and managed to have all 3 stages feel unique. It's one of your favorites. That's nice to hear. You too have a crossbill mon. Nice. It makes a lot of sense for a region based in Scotland, considering they're only found here. So why not? I feel like, as regional birds go, like, I wasn't trying to be better than Pokemon. I was trying to make what was best for Croneo. But I will say, I still think the best regional bird is Corviknight, mainly because it's just perfect. It is perfection, and I'm not sure how I would have done anything as inspired as that. So you have a Fakemon region which you're making. Currently, it's mostly in your head, based around Brazil, Mexico, and Peru. That's interesting. I've seen a few people do like regions based on like Mexico and Brazil, like individually, and but I do feel like that area of the world has been fairly untouched by Pokemon, and I think it should. There's a lot of interesting culture to like dissect and turn into Pokemon, and it's it's all inspiring. Making a split line Fishmon based on the Atlantic salmon and the normal salmon. Okay. Yeah. I think split split evolution for a Fishmon is allowed. I feel like there's no rules for like your region's generic fish, considering Basculin exists and kind of broke any norms. And well, now we have Basculegion, and that breaks even more norms. So I feel like with your regional Fishmon, I feel like if you want to deviate from the 2-stage line, you're allowed to, because heck, I mean, I don't know if Paldea would even be considered having a proper regional fish. Like, you've got Tatsugiri, Dondozo, and Veluza coming up with. What are the Croneo starters? I recommend checking out the first 2 videos in the Croneo region playlist, because Croneo has 2 sets of starters. You can only pick one from all 6. So 6 possible starters. Get a choice of 3. The first 3 that you see are your traditional grass, fire, watermon. But you'd have to pay for that with whatever in-game money you have. And then if you refuse, that's when you get the other 3. You can have those for free, but they're a bit different. They're a fighting flying rock trio. They're only 2-stage. They're still pretty powerful. They're monotyped in their final stage, and evolve via friendship instead of level up. So it's a bit of a different story. Done mainly for plot purposes and because I thought it would be an interesting idea to do. I would say the official names are the premium starters and the bootleg starters. Because I think bootleg is the proper term for, I guess, the illegal selling of a product, but it's not selling, it's giving it away. Imagine if Crispalus could become a French fry, get if you use grass charge. I mean, it was already a French fry with Tatty Pillar. You really are a sucker for any mollusk. I mean, look, it was the concept kind of made itself, because the thing is, I'm a lot more proud of the bootleg trio than I am of the premium trio. Not that I don't like the premium trio at all. I love them as individual Pokemon, but as a trio, I feel like there are weaknesses there. I feel like as a grass starter, as a fire starter, and as a war starter, they're great, but they were made very early on and weren't refined too much. But then there was quite a bit of refining going on. A French fly. Oh, okay. I'm bad at reading. But yeah, with the rock starter in particular, I knew I wanted that type triangle. It's the only type triangle that works pretty much exactly in both directions. Exactly the same in both directions. That doesn't include one of the types in the original triangle. Unfortunately, I don't think they all resist themselves, but they resist the type they're strong against. So that's yeah, that's how Grass Fire Water works. And with people trying to make their own off-brand starter trios, I'm just like, yeah, but it doesn't exactly work. It's not a proper rock paper scissors style thing that Pokemon usually do. I mean, it is, but it works in both directions. But I knew I wanted a rock type, and I was like, okay, what could rock be? Crystals. And I knew some animals could like naturally produce crystals, and those were mollusks. And then the design concept went from there. And if you've seen the video, you know where I was going. So yeah, you have starters which are Moss Armadillo, Fire Lamb, which evolves into a llama, and a Water Flamingo. Okay, those are interesting. Sucks that your glasses are broken because you want to work on your region, but you can't see, which makes it difficult to draw. Yeah, that doesn't sound fun. If you have ideas, maybe try noting them down if you aren't already, and then get back to them later. And heck, maybe other ideas could spawn, and you could have something that really works out by the time you can see. Does psychic fighting in dark work? Does psychic fighting in dark work? Yeah, it almost works. It works in one direction. It works in the offensive direction, but in the defensive direction, dark doesn't resist psychic. Dark is immune to psychic, so that isn't quite what works. I'm not sure if fighting is resistant to dark, but psychic is resistant to fighting. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, fighting resists dark.
Thank you. So yeah, it almost works, but there's just this one thing that doesn't quite work. But yeah, that's probably why the Gen 6 starters had that, and the Gen 6 starters. In fact, I think you can. No, you can't do that. You can't swap out psychic for ghost and that exactly work as well. That works even less, but hey ho, what can you do? I always try and like fix my hair, but like this isn't a mirror. This isn't a mirror, and it messes with my brain. Yeah, fighting does resist dark. Hey, One Up, how you doing? Yeah, if anyone wants to know any more details about any Croneo I've posted so far, or want me to repeat anything that I didn't quite get, and then maybe me explain it in a different way, you're free to do that as well. Just any Croneo related question other than, so explain all of your new Pokemon in the new video, because then the new video wouldn't need to exist. Like I'm happy to say what videos I'm planning on making. Just maybe not any precise details. Love all of them, and your starters are on imitating Charizard bug that eventually accepts itself. Tronic Grass Bird. And a Split Eva Waterline. That's very different. Yeah. Okay, what unused Pokemon types have I used? All of them. All the ones that are unused. And then all of the ones that were unused before Legends Arceus. But then Legends Arceus happened with normal Ghost. I'm keeping that, by the way. But even all the ones after that I'm keeping. So first video I had normal Poison, which has been used now. Bug Dark, which also has been used. Electric Fighting has been used. Normal Steel hasn't been used. So that's still unused, but I've done that. I've done Grass Fire, which has now been used. Fairy Fighting, I've actually got multiple Fairy Fighting Mon, but that has now been used, taken by Iron Valiant. Normal Ice still has not been used. Ground Fighting has been used now, but wasn't, and then is that it? No, that is it. And then Poison Steel has been used, but I'm still working on my Poison Steel Mon. And then in this latest video, it includes Fire Fairy, which hasn't all of the following I'm about to say haven't. Fire Fairy, Fairy Ground, Ice Poison, Normal Rock, Rock Ghost, Bug Dragon, Normal Bug. Okay. You personally want a non-European country, not because they're bad, but because the entire world is so diverse and sticking to one area limits the possibility. That's true. I'm unsure how to tackle some non-European countries, especially because some other fake mod creators have done such a good job already. With the Luiki region representing Africa pretty well. The Pragmagic's just announced doing an India-based region. Cascade, America, Pacific Northwest, well, as well as Cornera from Pragmagic, but also the Maza region. And Australia is pretty popular. I might do my own twist on that one day, but nothing's in the cards yet. No idea why it took so long for an electric fighting type to exist. Yeah, especially because like Zera Aura was like perfect for it. Very annoyed because that you've had an idea for that mouse mon and then before Tandem Mouse, and yeah, you'd get a cold copy. That's what I was worried about with my grass starter because it is a feline creature. It's a lion cub, and when people saw like when I showed people, they were like after Sprigatito came out, they were like, "Oh no." Yeah, so that was that was you have a normal steel capuchin monkey construction worker. Okay. Not OP, promise. Yeah, I'm sure it's not OP. Fruipy, my Grass Firemon has actually appeared in a video in the first unused type combos video. And they're both on my Instagram. Yes, I have two. They're version exclusive counterparts. It's the bread lady that looks like Samus and the jack-o'-lantern turnip lady. Yeah, Bug Dark is weird. Like, I think moths are the ideal candidate for Bug Darkmon. Because you could do a very Pokemon thing of instead of them being attracted to light, they can be attracted to darkness. Like, that's so obvious to me, and I've never seen anyone do it. So I did it. Would I in the future do a video of me redesigning viewers' Fakemon? Because I don't draw the Fakemon myself, I'd struggle as to like how I would do that. I know True Green 7 has done a video of basically critiquing people's designs and suggesting ways they could improve. So I could probably do something like that. Well, I don't want to be like some sort of snob, but you know. Electivire should have been electric fighting. Yeah, I think Magmortar could have also been firefighting, to be fair. Is my gimmick the special rod? No. That's just a new item I'm introducing. It's a new held item. But to be fair, I don't think Croneo is gonna have like a proper gimmick. But it will have something that will. I'm trying to work on a gimmick, but it could just be an alternate thing that could affect gameplay. I don't, you know. Croneo will have wallabies. Wallabies? Aren't they Australian? Wait, wallabies in what Quanland? Huh. That is interesting. You wish there were more starter types plus electric typings. Yeah, it's surprising. Like water electric's kind of been done. Like that's been like Lantern. I don't know if any other lines have done it other than like Wash Rotom. Like the Rotom's covered all three, but we don't actually have a standalone electric Fiремon. We don't actually have an electric Grassmon that isn't a form of another Pokemon, but I do feel like that gets more away with it because like regional variants. But you know, can make a Discord server and we could. I do have a Discord server. I think the Linktree link is probably broken, but I'll post the Discord invite link in chat. And I realize I've not. I don't think I've sent Gabe the link yet. So, yeah. Okay, your Pika clone is a Wallaby. Interesting. Mine is a Vole, but you know, it still works. And poor me, but it's weird. I find it mad that I predicted poor me, but better. I don't hate Pormo, but why does Pormo need to exist? You know, but like a Pika clone based on a Vole that evolves into an electric fighting type. Like I got that so close. I honestly can't believe it. Yeah, Hisuian, Voltorb, and Electric are Grass Electric, but yeah. Yeah, I did not know Wallabies were in Scotland. I might do something with that. Because like Croneo's adapting and changing, and I can, you know, I can still work with that. Yeah, Rotom Mo is also electric grass. Am I planning a ROM hack for this region, or is it just a concept? When I get asked this question, it's a bit weird because I'm not saying there will never be a ROM hack for this, because like it's a bit weird for me because I'm not currently planning anything, but I am not against it happening in future. If people come to me and say, "Hey, we want to make a ROM hack of your game or of your game concept," yeah, I'd be stupid to turn that down. Well, I have a Wallaby or a Puffin. I kind of want to add them now. Not gonna lie. Um, we'll see. Um, but I do not know at the moment. Fighting Steel, Wallaby, Ice Flying, Puffin, Dark Bear. I am gonna have a bear Pokemon. I don't want to make it Dark type because I definitely know I want to make it Fighting type, and I know we've had a lot of Fighting type bear Pokemon, but Fighting type really works for this one, and I'm a bit worried. And I don't want to make it Monotype either because I have a lot of Monotypes in my region already. I mean, I have the Fighting Star. I've got my Fighting type Evolution, and I've also got my Fighting type Meowth and Berserker. So like that's 3 mono fighting types already. And although overlapping types isn't that bad, I don't want to overlap too much, especially when I've got 3 of the same type. So, you know, I don't want to add a 4th mono fighting, but I am happy to have more fighting types in my region. That's perfectly fine. So this one would have a blue tip on the end being spiky, and fire will have a red tip, don't they? Wait, hold on. Fishmon. Okay, yeah. Okay. Right. I would need to look more into wallabies, to be honest, because if they fit the theme of a Pokemon I've been worried about, then that's perfect. Like genuinely, I think it would be perfect to like turn that into a Pokemon. And there's people joining the server. I feel guilty for not sending Gabe the link earlier, like before today. I don't know if I have any room for a puffin Pokemon. I've considered it. Maybe my regional bird could double as a puffin because I mean technically it's based on a mythological creature that could kind of have a visual similarity. Like, hold on, just to remind myself what puffins look like. Yeah, the beak could work. Name is Buffin, and it has a form change ability where when it gets to yellow health, it turns into a weak form, like All Might in MHA. All right. Yeah, because I'm not sure. Like if I don't know if I have any more avian Pokemon left in my decks. Ooh, actually, no, I do. I do. And although it's a new evolution to another bird Pokemon. Okay, maybe. Okay. Ooh, I'm excited. When it attacks, it will turn into its buff form. All right. So Vulture, rock flying, and Peacock, psychic flying with gender differences. All right. That's an interesting concept. We already do have a Vulture Pokemon, but Pokemon can be based on the same thing. Like, what am I thinking of? I mean, we've got two fire monkeys, basically. Yeah, we've got several monkeys, although they have different concepts behind them. As long as each Pokemon has its own separate, distinct concept, that's fine. Granted, the Paradox Pokemon don't really, but the concept is that they're a past or future form of blank. And I know that's a Paldea spoiler. I'm not going to delve too deeply into them, but I think saying that Paradox Pokemon and convergent evolutions are a thing is fine. Yeah. Could also be based on bodybuilders and how people might puff their chests out to look stronger and bigger. Just help it. Yeah, that's perfect. Fighting type bird puffs out chest. Hello, Darkbolt64. Vulture, agate, peacock, obsidian. Oh, now I'm not doing that. I mean, I don't think vultures are particularly Scottish or Canadian, right? Let me have a look. I don't think I don't really have room in my decks. I've already got a lot. Like, where are vultures found? You think my project's pretty cool? Thank you. I think it's very cool too. Do I have any version exclusives planned? Yes. I'm not sure how that would be, how I would like explain that other than like there are Pokemon that are meant to be designed as version exclusives. I don't think I'll like explain all of the version exclusives unless if like I've thought of them well later. But there are stuff that is like meant to be a version exclusive counterpart to one another. Like for example, I have version exclusive gym leaders and their ace Pokemon is the version exclusive counterpart to the other ace Pokemon, if that makes sense. The idea is that it's really weak in the wild, but it's evolved to imitate human movements and behavior. Yeah, interesting. 3-stage Viking Pokemon. I'm not really looking for new ideas. Like if you say an idea and I'm like, ooh, that's interesting, I might work with it. But I'm a 3-stage Viking Pokemon. We already have the Galarian Meowth and Galarian Berserker. Well, I say Galarian Berserker because now I've got Croneo Berserker. But the Croneo forms still have ties to Vikings because, well, they are basically Croneo forms for the Galarian versions. And they fought off the Galarian version. So there is that Viking connection, and that's why it is fighting type. Because I felt like fighting made the most sense compared to like fire and ground. And also, I wanted mine to be the best, and they're all weak to fighting. 2 version exclusive gym leaders that have the same ace. The ace has both their types. That is interesting. I'm not doing that, but that is interesting because I do have. So when you say 2 version exclusive gym leaders, do you mean one per version? I think that's the only wording mistake. Because if they both like, I don't mind the idea. Like that is a really cool idea. So say, I had like an electric type in Obsidian and a ghost type in Agate, then I'd have a ghost electric type as their ace. I think that's what you're trying to say. I'm not gonna do that, but I do have ideas. I do have ideas to satisfy that, and not every version exclusive counterpart makes that much sense. Again, there is when I say like I've got version exclusive gym leaders and their aces are counterparts, those counterparts don't thematically tie with one another in the same way that the legendaries do. But you know, there's some that are good, like my 2 grass fire types, 2 grass ladies. They're you know they're pretty similarly. They serve a similar role, so why not make them version exclusive? Um, Any more questions, everyone? Psychic Ground, Obsidian Fox, Ice Fighting Badger, and Agate. I mean, I'm doing an evolution of every type, so I think you'll be all foxed out. And Ice Fighting Badger. I mean, again, we already have badgers in the form of Glorian Zigzagoon, and I don't really want to do the exact same things Galar did. That makes sense. What mic did I end up getting? I got the Blue Yeti, which you cannot hear right now because I was struggling to connect it today, but you can hear it in my last video, which was my channel update video. You kind of want to make 2 new Charcadet evolutions for Dark and Fairy. Any ideas? I don't have any ideas specifically. I might have ideas later, so we could talk about that later. Both representing brains and brawn. Well, the theme of my region isn't brain and brawn. It is past and future, similar to Scarlet and Violet, but so I guess you could already sort of. I've already got 2 version exclusives that do actually kind of. You could say that they're brains and brawn at a stretch. Am I going to do a Pokemon that has 2 different evolutions depending on the version, like Armarouge and Ceruledge? Weirdly enough, no. But I am going to have a Pokemon that has 2 different pre-evolutions, but evolve into the same thing, if that makes sense. It's going to be weird, and you're not going to see it for a while, but mark my words, it's going to be interesting. Do I have a regional ghost? I don't think a regional ghost is a thing. I have plenty of ghost type Pokemon I'm working on, but you know. How about a fire type gym leader in Obsidian, Bunty as their ace, and a grass type gym leader in Agate with Lanturnip as their ace? I already have grass and fire type gym leaders. They will not be version exclusive. The grass type gym leader will, however, have a version exclusive ace, and those are Bunty and Lanturnip. The fire gym leader's ace is actually Croneo and Chandelure. So yeah. Pokemon Legends Croneo. I will be doing that after Croneo finishes, actually. The 2 preview idea is cool. Yeah, it's it's going to be interesting, and it might not be what you're expecting. Also, when Puffin turns into its weak form, it's put into its yellow health, it would exhale all the air inhaled to become its buff form, and thus air would deal damage. Okay, that's nice. Speaking of Ghost, I'm making a Ghost Whismer right now. Ooh, okay, I like the sound of that. Yeah, how much more attack your opponent has. Yeah. Knocking the wind out of you. That's cool. Like what? Like which Pokemon in the official series are the regional ghosts? Well, I'm guessing Gengar and Misdreavus because they're like the only ones in those first 2 gens. But like, what future gens what constitutes as the regional ghost. There's some poltergeists and iron brew cans and witches and cauldrons. Interesting. You have too many dark types and not enough ghosts, so you're gonna have to yeah, change some darks to ghost. I mean, ghost is a bit of a malicious type, but isn't the evil type, so you've got to be careful because like you can't just swap them out that easily. But the rule of cool can apply. That's the thing. People forget that sometimes fake mom can just be cool, you know. Any more questions? Getting to the end of our first hour here. Yeah, ghost is the undead type. Well, it's not really the undead type specifically, because there are Pokemon which are living creatures that use spiritual powers, and they're not undead. Have a dark ghost variant. You do have a dark ghost variant. There is a dark type that you could translate well into ghost, but the others would feel weird, other than Kerberos. Yeah. Perhaps. Any plans for 2023? Continue Croneo and possibly do some more collabs. Yeah. I mean, again with Croneo, next video regional variants. Video after that, new evolutions. Video after that, just more Pokemon. Really. Yeah, ghosts can be the spooky type. I mean, look at Fruppy's new video with Spooky on his ghost type evolution. I'm hoping to see my ghost evolution soon, but the artist is taking a bit of a break for the next week or two, which is fine. I don't want burnt out artist working on my project right now. But he's a good artist and he really likes the ideas. He's just needing a break. That's fine. Yeah, Decidueye is not actually dead, and yeah, making a leprechaun Pokemon. Okay, interesting. Like the thing is, I'm pretty sure the regional dark type is kind of a thing. Like, I mean, you've got you've got Poochyena, you got Lipard, you got Nickit, and brownies, and also redcaps. I'm gonna be doing a redcap Pokemon soon. I think I'm just gonna have it be a little goblin guy. Just on single stage, little goblin guy will mess you up. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Ooh. Apologies for my yawning. I am not tired. I am not bored. The stream isn't going to go on too long, by the way. I'm hoping to get the usual amount of like 2.5 hours total done. Your Darkmon is a weasel. All right. I think. Yeah, I think the Sneasel line is a weasel, or is based on weasels, but also cats. So if you, isn't Weasel also based on weasels? Or am I wrong? But I do feel like a dark type weasel could work because the closest thing we have is like Sneasel, and that's a cat. So yeah, or it can be seen as that Mousemon. Maybe. You have ideas for a ground fairy type brownie, elf goblinmon, and brownie yummy yummy treat, yet have no ideas how to execute it. Yeah, I didn't make my ground fairy a brownie, but it is based on the brownie myth and sweet treats. So whatever you do, don't do exactly what I did. as long as it's not exactly what I did, you're fine. With Spongy and Croneo. I was tempted to actually put Spongy in the thumbnail of this live stream. Decided not to, but hey, it's because I kind of like the idea of all of the Pokemon facing towards the future in the thumbnail. Or I say facing towards the future, that's the direction. Yeah. Those were didn't have them in mind. Yeah, but it's like it's an interesting connection to make. I only really made them whilst they were being like finalized, so it was like, ooh, But funnily enough, about those guys, I actually Croneo was done first, and we worked backwards on it because Croneo was the weirder one, and I was like, we need this to work, so we have something. We need to go backwards with this because I feel like if you work from the small stage up, you might be locked into what that small stage is. With your fairies, they're creepy and weird because most Scottish fairies are creepy and weird. I mean, true. I mean, look at my regional rodent, which is a normal fairy hedgehog tro. So, yeah. I've actually got quite a few fairy types in Croneo. I've tried to lower the amount, and I think I've been successful, but I've not like it's still one of the most abundant types. I mean, Chandelure is a will-o'-the-wisp. I mean, it was already, but shush. And yeah, of course, there was Hedgerow. Yeah. Those fairies you told me about, one was literally a weird goblin with eyes on its hands. What was its name again? Any more questions, anyone? Can't even remember it because it was the weirdest spelling. Was it? Was it? Oh, did not mean to do that. Was it this? Will my region have fossils? Yes, I'm gonna try my hand at doing fossils. That's definitely one of the weaker sides of my creative process because I didn't really think Scotland had much of a paleontological importance. And then a comment scolded me for saying, yeah, it does. So does Canada. Why? Yeah. So that might help me a lot. But I've been having some interesting thoughts about them. So and I'm liking what I'm shaping up right now. But they do need more time to cook or thaw. I might take you up on that. I might not. It really depends, Flyfox. when it comes to like helping out with Fossilmon, because I have ideas, but they might change. Like I had an idea to make like a bat fossil because you always find bats in caves, and let's just say caves have quite a bit to do with the rock type gym leader's team. But if but that might change. That could change. The region is higher since Greece was under the water during those times. Yeah, I mean, I think with fossils, I'm definitely going to try and do more than the usual because there's a lot of ideas I can do. But yeah, making a griffin fly fossil mon the buzzer fossil. All right. Also, Flyfox asked me if I were to make another region, what would it be based on? I'm thinking about. I am thinking about my second region and what it could be, and I'm thinking maybe Wales. And oh, look, another Celtic region, but like Wales is different to Scotland, and I'm thinking of making it like a much smaller project because Croneo as a region is really rewarding to work on. But I don't know how I would feel about another region, so I'm definitely going to take it a lot more slowly. And I kind of want to focus on other Fake ideas, and yeah. But I also have like Legends projects I want to work on, so, like Croneo, and also the one after the second region. So, yeah. Most Greek mythological creatures were actually based on weird-looking animal bones, such as elephant skulls being mistaken for cyclops skulls. Oh, interesting. Someone commented on my YouTube community tab. Okay, see you, Gabe. Do you have something for that? But isn't a fossil. Yeah, disappointed in Galaxy since you thought it could look at it could be time yet or Galar, not Galaxy. Get a region, but no, mostly just in yeah. Um any more questions? Do I have a regional turtle? Kinda. It's a oh, pardon me. So I was originally going to have a regional turtle proper and then a regional variant of a previous Turtlemon, but then I don't know. I just kind of felt like the concept of my new turtle wasn't that great, but I still really like the concept of the regional variant of the turtle, and you'll be seeing that in next week's video. Well, not next week, the video in 2 weeks. I do know Michael. We don't talk too much. Like I've talked with him a little bit. Um but yeah, like if he ever wanted to do a collab, I'd be happy to join. Um It'd be fun. It would genuinely be fun. I genuinely think he's one of the like best visionaries of the Fakemon community. Definitely has great ideas, and I'd be honored if we ever work together. Yeah. I mean, I do. I've already submitted. Actually, I already submitted something that appeared in one of his videos. I actually did a like for Fear and Frights, which was for his region, the Fearin region, he and for his Halloween special, he asked people to submit like fan art of like either Fearin Pokemon dressed up in another Pokemon's outfit or another Pokemon or Fakemon dressed up as a Fearinmon. I picked Draculup, um which was my Halloween Pokemon, which I teased before it was properly shown off quite a bit. It was my profile picture on Instagram for a bit. But it was wearing Ferunian Zubat as a costume, and it was cute, and I love it. So, and that appeared in the video, so check out his Ghost type Pokemon video. By the way, the reason you're not typing that much is because you're really serious about spelling, so you want to make sure everything's spelled right. That's fine, and it's difficult with glasses. Hey, Jetstrike. Yeah, it was really interesting seeing like something Scottish in the Fearon region, like Scottish like the Highland cow. It was really interesting seeing that. Um but yeah. Also, like his oh, speaking of Michael, did you hear someone on TikTok is taking credit for his Luika fan games? Yes, and that is bullcrap, to be completely honest. Don't steal stuff, people. Don't steal. Like, don't take someone else's art and take credit for it. That is not on. Okay, guys? No. That is it's disgusting. Like, it's honestly disgusting. Like, never do that. Just don't do that. Just because you're jealous that you're not as creative as some people, make your own thing instead of stealing someone else's. You're allowed to make fan work. You're allowed to have ideas based on other things. That's fine. But you can't just be like, here's a video that I totally made about this African region I totally made with Pokemon I totally made. Like, no, screw that. Screw that. Because the thing is, I will hold my hands up and admit that Gracier was based off of his um based on one of his Pokemon. Like Snowarg, I think it was called. Based which was directly like based on Fenrir. Right, see you, Jojo. Yeah, actively stealing clips and editing out the watermarks of Millennium Loops and Michael. Like, it's awful. That's awful. But yeah, I did actually base one of my Fakemon like on that, but that it's because Scotland does have a bit of a Viking connection, and I just felt like making Fenrir Pokemon was cool, but I did it quite subtly. It was more a very subtle design aspect, saying it's loosely based on this, but this isn't a Fenrir Pokemon. Someone asked if they could take inspiration from your Pokemon. You can't remember which one, but practically took the full design and got rid of 2 DLs. Yeah, no. I wouldn't be happy if someone just took my mon without credit. Like, here's the thing: if you ever want to make like a regional variant of a Croneo mon, I'm happy to do that as long as you contact me first, discuss the design with me, and then I'll be like, do you know what? That's cool. Or, nah, that does not work with the design concept. Or like a convergent evolution, regional fake, whatever. So, like, yeah, of course, like, tracing is a no-go. Don't do that. Tracing is good for practice, and, like, as long as you're admitting that you've traced something, but not passing it off as your own brand new thing, like, in any way, then okay, sure, but, like, tracing someone else's fake mon, changing some details, and then making your own fake mon, no. Like, there's reference, and then there's that, which is not good. But yeah, I think it's perfectly fine to base things off things. Again, I was inspired by both Michael and Brandon Pragmagic. On both them on that are inspired by Fenrir to do my own Fenrir, somewhat Fenrir inspired Pokemon. But yeah, like, just have your own ideas, like, but you're allowed to be inspired. Just don't steal people's ideas. that's no. But I remember I took some popular ideas from like the Pokemon community of what certain Pokemon with certain type combinations or certain evolutions certain Pokemon could be, but I've only kept the ones that I feel like work for my region. So, like, although yes, I've got a trained Pokemon that evolves from Carkol, everyone's thought of that, but like I've done that for my region because Industrial Revolution stuff and because I just wanted to. But I do have like a Sheet Ghost Pokemon, but that's not just going to be a Sheet Ghost. Like originally my Fire Ghost type was going to be a Pepper, and then I was like, yeah, it's just I don't know how I could make this work, so I just scrapped it, started again. But yeah, you can critique the Rooster more. I'm I'm happy to do that. What's your what's your Instagram at again? I just need a wee bit of a reminder, and I'm happy to do that. Uh, just gonna quickly switch accounts on Instagram. So, just in case I share my screen. Okay, yeah. Go ahead, Gibster. Fly underscore Fox 12. Okay, yeah. I wonder, can I share my screen? Oh no, I'd have to restart Chrome again. No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, that's gonna be something I'll have to fix for the new year. So just take my word for it. I'm on your page, Flyfox. Um, So, is it Cluckatai? Is that the mon that you're asking me to? Yeah. I look like a smart person. What does Celtic describe? Celtic describes a bunch of cultures that make up like Britain, the British stuff. Well, not exclusively British because it's Ireland as well. But I can look up the um definition. Referring to the Celts or their languages, which constitute a branch of the Indo-European family, including Irish, Scottish Gaelic, Welsh, uh, Breton, Manx, Cornish, and several extinct pre-Roman languages such as Gaulish. Um, so there's Brittany, which is actually a part of France nowadays. There's Cornwall, which is in the southwest of England. There's Wales, which is Wales. The Isle of Man, which I believe is what um, the Isle of Armor is based on. And there's Scotland. So it's those. So yeah, a bit of France, a bit of England, but Scotland, England, Isle of Man, and Ireland, all of it, including Northern Ireland, not just the Republic. So I hope that answers your question, Jetstrike. Oh, Clocati. Clocati. So yeah, I'm really not sure on that name, Fly Fox. The design itself doesn't look half bad, I'd say. Oh, its enraged form looks really cool. So wait, does it? So it's firefighting. I feel like it just looks like a fighting type with a sun in its butt at the start. So I feel like having the fire related stuff that's part of its body, other than the burning eyes and the expanding supernova coming out of its ass, I feel like every other part could still be on the base form, but then the alternate form could be enraged, angry, supernova, fire in its eyes, it's seeing red, because it just looks like it just looks like a fighting type with a sun at the moment. But the design itself actually does look all right. It looks like something Pokemon could actually do. And yeah, it's all right. What would I do if I had a really good concept for a Pokemon but can't find a good design for it? Try harder. I've never really given up on a design concept. I just haven't. If I like something, I'm gonna make it work no matter what, basically. Hi Jojo. Any more questions? If I do my second region based on Wales, I could also do a bit of Cornwall and the Isle of Man as well. I don't think I'm gonna like, and maybe Brittany, maybe. Um, okay, a tip from another artist is take the parts you like from the first design and work with those parts. Yeah, like the first design isn't bad. It is definitely a good template for the design. It's a good template. I would say it doesn't really feel that much like a fire type, if that makes sense. Because when you look at fire types, they always look like fire types. Apart from like maybe Blacephalon, but that's a weird case anyway. Actually, I'm gonna test that theory out. Pokemon database. Fire. What are the fire types? Yeah, well, I mean, Paldean Tauros doesn't really look that much like a fire type, to be fair. Specifically Blaze Breed, Paldean Tauros. Doesn't look too much like a fire type, but other than the fact that it's got red on it. Fire starter based on Hades, Goblin Shark conversion for Impidimp. Lionmon that evolves into a Chimera or Manticore, depending on the version. Kerbersmon, Greek. Harehound / Anubismon. Magpie Paradoxmon. Okay, first of all, Hades, ghost type. Hades is a ghost for Hades, not dark. Dark does not fit Hades, ghost does, because Hades, god of the underworld. That's not particularly a dark type thing. He's not mean. He's just running a job. He's just doing his job, ruling over the dead. The dead. Ghost. Goblin Shark conversion for Impidimp. It's weird because it's like Impidimp's already dark type, so I don't know about that. Lionmon, that's a Chimera or Manticore. I don't know why that needs to be dark type. You need to give me more information on that. Kerbersmon. That could also be ghost type because it has ties to Hades. Anubis. I'm pretty sure Lucario was already Anubis, but Anubis, I think, was also God of the Dead. If I remember correctly. Or Magpie Poxmon. Oh yeah. Oh, you're talking about Jet Strike Sling. Oh, sorry, didn't realize. Arachne, Artemis Mantis, Dark Tauros variant for Minotaur. That'd be interesting. For Minotaur, I don't see why that would need to be Ghost type personally. So Dark, you might stick with. Imperia's is gonna be Water Dark. Imperius. Okay. I don't think any of my convergent Pokemon that I'm coming up with share a type combination. And it's weird because like I only have one Pokemon line that's truly convergent. But yeah. Which one did I want more information on? The line that evolves into a Chimera or Manticore. I'm not sure why they'd be either Dark or Ghost, to be honest. Just based on that alone. I mean, you might have information that changes my mind on that. Well, I couldn't come up with another type for it, and you don't want it to just be pure water. I mean, that's true, but there's nothing wrong with monotypes, to be honest. If you have a lot of monotypes in your or if you have a lot of dual types in your region, you can make it mono water. You're allowed. I like, because I've been realizing I have a lot of dual types, but not enough of monotypes in my region. So I realize, does this need this type combination? And if not, it doesn't. I get rid of it. If you're bugs, it's a butterfly and moth, but the roles are swapped to the mothmon. The one active is the active day one, and butterfly one is more nocturnal. Interesting. Don't know how you're going to make that work, but that does sound very interesting. I'm still actually going to have a look at the fire type Pokemon. Okay, Numel doesn't actually look that much like a fire type, but it does look like a ground type, so it's fair enough. But I think every other fire type at least has fiery colors, or somewhat fiery colors, or just fire. Reshiram, it does make sense because when it's lit up. Again, Blacephalon, although it is a firework, so like it does make sense. It does make complete sense. Oh yeah, an Iron Moth. I don't get why it's type, but then again, I don't get that for many of the Paradox Mon. It works, but it's weird. Have you posted it? The Lionmon is dark because Manticore and Chimera are villains in Greek mythology. Okay, if they're villains, dark type, that works. I'm not saying. I mean, some Mon are based on like villains of pieces, but not necessarily dark type. I think. Oh, are they? I don't know, but yeah, I think that might be. Okay. Supposed to be the Applin, Galar, Sharket, Paldea. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm kind of stuck in a sticky situation. Is it ethical to use concepts you made and gave to another person for their region, but now want to use it for your own region because it fits perfectly? Ooh. I think as long as there is adequate communication, then you should be fine. Oh, you want to redesign them, right? So you want to redesign the butterfly and the moth. Well, I'm not really sure where to go from that because, like, I don't really see how you could make a nocturnal butterfly mon and a well, day-turnal like Mothmon. I might need more information on what you want to add to see what I could think of. So the only information you have for your line one is that Chimera is dark, Seal and Lifting Light, or Dark Seal and Lifting Light evolves into the lead spear and its type evolution. Okay, and the Manticore is dark poison. Okay, yeah, like those are great. Like, keep it dark type. Happened because you usually like to go up to random artists whose regions and art you like and give them concepts. All right. Well, they're still your concepts, so yeah. But again, you might need to communicate with them. Butterfly is based on how, during the metamorphosing stage, a caterpillar melts into a goop and becomes a butterfly. A goopy nocturnal butterfly. Macro version exclusive to Dark Deep. Okay. Question: if you gave someone an idea for a fake mon, right?
Yeah.
But you want to use that idea yourself in your own region, is that ethical?
Yeah, just also be aware that you have also given this idea to someone else.
Yeah.
So you can't get mad at them for then also using that idea you've given them.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's just a case of, is it ethical for you to also then use it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Jet Strike, that answers your question. Second opinion answers your question.
I mean, you came up with the idea.
Yeah,
You're just allowing
exactly.
it to be shared.
Exactly.
Can't copyright a concept.
I mean, you can.
Not really.
Kinda.
Like those DeviantArt closed species NFTs.
I mean, I think you can legally copyright a concept, but you can only do it through legal means. You can't actually claim ownership of it unless if you actively are that is protected by law.
A concept you cannot.
Can you not?
A specific thing that you've made with this concept, an electric mouse is a concept.
Yeah.
Pikachu is a thing.
Okay, yeah.
You cannot copyright electric mouse unless it's like a brand name.
True. The moth is based on gym instructors and elderly women who like younger men and romance. So it's a cougar moth who likes the daytime. I get the feeling like fighting type could work for that. And plus, if it's like older ladies, it could be like women who like knit themselves like sporting gear or whatever. I don't know. That's probably not actually a thing, but you could make it a thing. And butterfly is based on emos. Ooh, yeah, you're giving me more and more reason to like make it make it dark type and actually make it like make its wings gloopy. So bug dark. I know I have a bug dark moth, but like it's a different concept, so it works. There, like I'm plus like Beautifly and Butterfree are both butterflies and bug flying, so it's like it's
and Vivian.
Oh yeah, and Vivian, yeah. Ooh, based on bratty teens, just make sure that like I made sure in my starter video, because my middle stage fire starter is based on like rebellious bratty teenagers, but also emo culture, and it's like they are not the same thing. The two can intersect. Make sure you know that they can intersect, but it's not a circle. Not all emos are in a phase in their teenage years. All right, so just make sure when you're explaining your concept, you just explain that, and yeah. But I think in the design it won't really matter that much, because I don't think many people were like ooh blah, 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 with like Temaku with me. But yeah. But yeah, make it bug dark. Bug fighting moth, bug dark, butterfly. The moth has like knitted wings, and the butterfly has gloopy gothic wings. Done. It's like thing is with fake mon design, not everything has to be that complicated. Although you can think things really deeply, and that can show in a simple design. But sometimes it doesn't. But as long as you thought about those things in your design, and as long as you don't over design, you should be fine. Don't know why you like the version exclusive mon, so Applin has Convergent, kind of. And Charcadet has new Evos. Alright. Inspired by views of death in Greek mythology and the monsters in Tartarus. Question is, what could you do for a Fire Fairy evolution for the Lifting the Light exclusive? Reese isn't known for having a kind of... I mean, it is known for having mythology, but not like that kind of holy light. Could be to do with like... It could be to do with like the Trojan War and how... and the characters within it specifically. And how... like, not the Trojan horse, but like specifically like what I'm saying is make it tied to that, and because it was a war all about love. It was a man who loved a woman enough that two nations fought over it. Be more bug poison because of the goop. I mean, yeah, you could do that. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. But I do think Gothic is the right approach. Can you ask me a question in private about Fake Mon creators whose region's doing a terrible job representing that country's culture, history, and everything? Because there's a certain example that's bugging you. Yeah, feel free to ask me. DM's always open. It doesn't have a nice, happy mythology. You have a fighting Reggie for the Trojan War. Yeah, because the whole story about like Paris wanting to marry like Helen of Troy, like all of that love. You could make it love themed because of the Trojan War. So it's not a lovely mythology, but because there is love in there, there is stuff you can work with, I think. In my humble opinion. Any Croneo related questions? The reason why it works is when the butterfly evolves, its wings become too weak and damp to fly, so it only comes out at night, since it would be a bigger target in the day. True. That works. Mm. Should base it on Menelaus then? Oh, perhaps, yeah. Would the opposite of Croneo region be a region who is about space, not time? Possibly. What Pokemon type do I use the least of? That is a good question. I've actually been keeping track. And the answer is actually a tie between ground and bug. Yep. Because Scotland's not really known for its bugs, and also ground is just a hard type to work with. But I have tried so hard, so hopefully you guys will like it. Just try getting a little too close to the next project. I mean, I've got some things in the works. Why are there legendary space and time Pokemon but not any gravity Pokemon? I mean, arguably, that's what Giratina is, given the distortion world messes with gravity. And with enough gravity, there is distortions. I mean, look at black holes. You know, food for thought. I mean, it's officially antimatter head cannons and stuff. I think it makes a lot of sense. So I'm asking, sorry, you're making a Midgey Pokemon based on cannonballs and the trope of shooting yourself out of a cannon. And since Midgey are tiny pests that would fly at you any chance they get, that's so cute. Having a gravity counterpart to Dialga and Palkia would make a lot of sense. Interesting, yeah. Cannon Mosquito. Oh yeah, that's so cool. What's the third legendary of Paldea's Dialga? Possible that could work. What's my most used type? It used to be fairy, but I think it's yeah. It's actually no. It's normal, then water, then fairy. Actually no. Poison's overtaken fairy now. Huh. But yeah, it's normal and water, then poison and fairy, then fighting. Or is it fighting? Oh, fighting and ghosts are joint, then steel. So yeah. again, it's really weird to think about. Like, I'm over halfway done when it's come to like working with Croneo. But we're not done yet, and I have a feeling we're not going to be done for like a good solid year yet. But who knows? Who knows? Making Christmas stars. No, a bit late, but yeah, go ahead. You're allowed to show me. These streams really differentiate me from other Fakemon creators. They are also very chill. Thank you. I mean, I just like hanging out with followers, really. I like talking, and thing is, streams are a way for me to like engage with the audience. Well, when there is an audience to engage with, and also be able to put out content when I can't. I've been busy quite recently, but hopefully I'll be able to make more content. Although I think a lot of the content I'm going to be making soon. Well, I think I'm going to be struggling with like content, but who knows? Maybe live streams. Okay. Let me have a look. See. So I think that's. I'm finding it hard to tell like which is which type. Is the bear the water type? Okay, I think so. And like the dino is a grass type, and the mammal's the fire type. Like it's like Rudolph, but its nose is fire. Oh, that's so cute. Menelance, Charcadet Evo, and Epony. All right. Yeah, the bear's water. Menelaus and Pink Lace, or Menelace, not Menelance. Pink Lace, which is a shade of pink. Epony is from ebony, a shade of black. And Japani, Greek for scythe. Okay, that's interesting. Like, what was Menelaus's main weapon? Was it like a bow and arrow or something? Because if so, that would be unique. Because I've not seen that done for a Char Cadet yet. The deer is based on Rudolph, of course. And it's real cute too. Yeah, he does have a bow. Perfect. McCrock's dragon is based on a Christmas tree. Oh, that's cute. But yeah, like perfect for Menelaus. I mean, I don't know if there's a bad guy in the war. It's more so that they were just fighting over a woman, I'm pretty sure. So if anything, they're both the bad guys. But I don't know. It's either Paris or Menelaus. Either way, love still works because the war was centered around their love for Helen. So yeah. Who would win? One Arabian camel or a billion of all Pokemon? The Pokemon? I'm pretty sure you'll just need one Hooper to just use a portal and send it to the anti-camel zone, and boom. Let alone a billion of of Hooper and a billion of every other Pokemon in existence. Like, you have over 1 trillion beings, a billion of which could just send an Arabian camel to the anti-camel zone. Paris abducted Helen, who was the wife of Menelaus. If Helen consented to it, that's not bad. Like, that doesn't necessarily make him the villain. If she didn't, he's the villain. Don't abduct women. That's a bad thing. You're making a roly poly based on a football. All right. Yeah. No. Camel number 1. Camel strongest. Look, Hooper knows every dimension. It will know what is the best suited to kill that camel.
Yes, the anti-camel zone.
Yeah. and even if it doesn't, there's like 999,999,999 other Hoopers that have like all the other like Hooper powers to send it to the anti-camel zone. Football is very popular in Scotland and Ireland. Yes, it is. Camel is real. You know what isn't? Pokemon. Well, this was assuming that Hooper was real. So what? Camel or bits of code? Well, they can't really fight, so there's not really a winner. The camel won't win no matter what you do. And this is a hill I'm gonna die on. It depends who's telling the story. Some say people say Paris abducted her, others say she went willingly. It's okay, it's a bit too murkier water then. Oh god, I can't believe I've just invented the anti-camel zone. I want to use that in real life. Okay, its existence is actually sad because it doesn't mean to look like a football. So when it's rolled, it looks like a football and gets kicked around, makes it dizzy. Oh, so it's like the anti-Wooloo.
No, it's the anti-camel.
No, this is a different thing.
Oh, so it's sending it to the anti-Wooloo zone.
No, the anti-Wooloo zone is this roly-poly that's based on football. Gonna die on the Camel Hill, also known as a hump. Well, I'm sorry. Where's that hump gonna be? In the anti-camel zone? It's gonna not, because the anti-camel zone is against all camel existences. There. if camels are cool. Okay, they're cool. But won't last long in the anti-camel zone. Which Hooper would send it to. Or even Arceus, or Palkia, or like, I don't know, maybe the existence of like Tinkaton is the anti-camel zone. If fighting Flying Mon shall be better than Flamigo. Flamigo gives Hawlucha a bad name. Yeah. Like, Flamigo could have been a lot better in my opinion. I get what they were trying to go for, but it doesn't quite work for me. It's a peacock that's inspired by how they got eye patterns. Okay. Make it biblically accurate. Biblically accurate angel. Done. Making Dark Bug or Dark Fighting for the roly-poly-mon. I mean, if they're bugs, then I think Dark Bug would make sense. But yeah, Camel is going to dazzle the Hoopers with its beauty before they get sent. I don't think Hooper cares about anything. It just wants chaos. Hooper is a chaotic creature. Did you know that camel in Arabic comes from the Arabic word for beauty? I did not know that. Camels are beautiful, but do you know what else is beautiful? The anti-camel zone, which Hooper would send the camel to, because it doesn't care. Check last. Hold on. Like, I know it doesn't like being kicked about, but that would, I think that makes Bug Dark make sense. Can't argue with the Arabic language, but you also can't argue with the logic of the anti-camel zone. You just can't. In Greek mythology, Zeus cheated on Hera again. He transformed the woman into a sheep to sneak her past Hera, but she wasn't fooled. She got Argus, the 100 eyes giant, to guard the sheep. Oh, that's so cool! Zeus told Hermes to kill Argus, and Hera gave peacocks the eye pattern to commemorate Argus. That's really cool. Do it now. Made enemies with the entirety of the camel community. I'm just saying how it is. Like, you can't just say, like, saying to a snowman, oh yeah, summer exists, doesn't make every snowman hate me. Sleep well knowing that my days are numbered. I don't live near any camels. It'll take them a while to get here. I'll probably move by the time they get here, and they won't know where I live. So there you go. talk about how it evolves. Wait, hold on. Because football is very. I don't think you said how it evolves. But yeah, any questions about Croneo? Because we've been talking about Fakemon generally. And I'm happy to keep going on. But is there anything about Croneo particularly you guys would want to ask? Obviously, you don't have to. You can continue asking about anything if you want. Just anything Croneo related as well. I would be happy to answer while you've got me here, because I'm probably going to leave in like half an hour's time. If I went to start Avengers Infinity War at 9 hours, 48 minutes, and 51 seconds, the final snap will happen at midnight. So guess what you're doing? Oh, that's cool. I've tried lining up stuff before, but it didn't quite work. So I don't know if I'll do it this year. I might do it next year. When it evolves, it wraps kids and people will ball into. Oh, yeah, no, Bug Dark, easy, Bug Dark, do it. Do I have a gimmick for my region? I'm trying to make one. It might not work out though, so I might just have multiple different interesting things to add. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? So, what Gen 9 starter is my favorite? My favorite is probably Sprigatito, but I like them all. Easily some of the best. Yeah, best starter trio we've had since Gen 5, in my opinion. I cannot read Arabic, and my my streaming software won't allow me to like copy and paste stuff, or it won't allow me to copy stuff so that I could later paste it into like Google Translate. So you may have to translate that, Jet Strike. Again, camels are great, but a camel versus a billion of each Pokemon, you've got Hooper, who can send it to the anti-camel zone. That was my answer. I've got nothing against camels. I'm just saying Hooper is the counter. Again, I'm not able to read that, but If you can translate that for me, please. I am a stupid monolingual person who can only speak English barely. What is your top 3 favorite Pokemon regions made by other creators? Um, Fearon is probably my favorite. Cascade also has a very special place in my heart, so that would probably be number 2. Number 3, ooh, what's my third favorite region? Like fan region. Um, the third one which sticks out most is probably Cornera. But yeah, of the one that you've talked about, we only speak Arabic. Oh, all right. Right. And I've liked the football bug one, and I've also liked the butterfly moth ones when you've explained them a bit more. They're pretty cool. And the Christmas starters are pretty cool too. Oh, I forgot to answer this question of do I have a thistle Pokemon? I will do. I've just not made it yet. Your region stars. You said they were the Christmas themed ones. You sent those. I like that. Oh, the Scottish region starters. What? Did you speak about those? Oh, you're redesigning them. All right. Shut up the rabbit with wrong pronunciation. You might have forgotten to mention them. Maybe. I am a wee bit tired right now. Don't know why. Might have been the alcohol I drank. So, I mean, it's New Year's Eve. I'm not drunk. I'm sober enough. I'm just a bit tired. But yeah, I am gonna have a Thistle Pokemon. It's gonna be a regional variant, but not in the next video. I'm making 2 proper dedicated regional variant videos. And the Thistlemon will be one of them because it's a national flower. Our national anthem is Flower of Scotland. It's about the thistle. If I didn't make a Thistle Pokemon, I would be doing Scotland wrong. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. It's one of the most clear things to do, because like when I realized I didn't have one when I was planning it, I was like, I need to do it, so I did it. I've done it, and it's going to be one of the most simple things. But I think the ideas I'm exploring with it are good. Not Gossifleur. It's not going to be a Gossifleur regional. Not saying I'm not going to do regionals of Galar Pokemon, because of course, like, I am going to do a regional. Yeah, actually no, I'll save that for when it happens. But just letting you know, there's going to be some. Like, I think there's going to be a regional variant of a Pokemon from every region. Although I think I may be pushing it with like saying there's a regional variant of a Paldea Pokemon. Well, there isn't going to be one of Hisui, so I should say every generation. But like saying Gen 9, including Gen 9, is a bit of a it is a Gen 9 Pokemon. And I'm including Gen 9 sort of stylistic choices in there, like convergent species and stuff. Like I'm going to do that. So it's Gen 9 has affected my decks, but not too much. It's just made me reevaluate stuff I already had. I'm annoyed with this other artist because you're in a group with a bunch of fake mon artists, and this artist was showing a shiny dex which had shiny locked Pokemon. Ooh. Saying that they're not shiny and calling my friend a loser and stuff, and the other guy just that guy just sounds like an arsehole. Okay, you have an idea of a conversion if I want it. A flower called Ulan Mongolia looks like a bird when in full bloom, and there's other flowers that also look like birds. Or Ulan Magnolia. Yeah, they really do look like birds. Native to Central and Eastern China. I wonder. I've seen a Chinese region by an artist Astray, and I think he might have done that. Hold on, I'm gonna have a look because I think I've seen a fake one based on that. Hold on, I'm gonna have to scroll a bit far, so bear with me because I think I've seen something like that before. Just having to scroll all the way back down because he rebooted his region. Okay, so Pokemon Dynasty. At least I think I've seen it. If he's not done it, that would be a massive shock because I swear he did. If I ever did a region based on China, then I'd highly consider that. Well, it's native to central and eastern China. Um, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong about where it is. Um, Gonna start your region soon. That's really cool. Or flowers that look like birds, birds of paradise, white egret flower, bird head orchid, dove orchid. Yeah, a regional fake. That's a plant that looks like a flower. If I don't do it in this region, I could do it in the next. Like that's a really good idea. Um, Certainly something to think about. Um, You're going to do it, but you had to cut because too many ideas. I don't think I have too many ideas for Croneo already, but I could do it in a future region because like I don't see. I mean, is it in Scotland? There are magnolias in Scotland, but I don't know about the Ulan magnolia. Yeah, I don't. I don't think. Uh, 40 minutes till the new year for you. Oh, that's nice. Um, After that, it would be like another 2 hours for me over here in the UK. Um, Up here in Scotland. Yeah. Gibster, we're both in Scotland, right? Yeah. 2 hours 39 actually now. I'm thinking of ending the stream soon. So, if you're burning to ask me a question before it becomes the new year, now's the time to do it. Or forever hold your peace, or until like the next time I do a live stream, or if you want to DM me something, I don't know. But if you want it to be caught on camera in the year of 2022, ask away. Say a swear word. Crap. Would you ever do a contest? Yes, I would. I have an idea for a contest, and I think it's a pretty interesting idea. but I do not have anything in the works soon, nor do I have anything in that I could do like until like Croneo is nearly over. So I'd happily host a contest. Got a good idea. Okay. What's the idea for the contest? Because I know what I'm doing immediately after Croneo, and the contest would really help with that. So, yeah. I think something weird about 2022, and this is going to be a complete tangent. Something weird about 2022 is that this is the first year I've not gotten a tattoo, because I got this equal signs tattoo, or this equal sign, in 2020, because equality and stuff, and it's something I strongly believe in, and I think it's a good idea for a tattoo. Wait, hold on. No. Yeah. And for this one, it's a Doctor Who reference, and I got that 2021. So yeah, and I'm happy with them, and I would have another tattoo, but yeah. Contest based on swarm forms like Wishy Washy. It'd be interesting. I think yeah, if I were to do a contest like in the near enough future, it would be a contest not to do with Croneo, but I do have a Croneo specific contest in mind towards the end of Croneo. So keep your eyes peeled for like another year. And more questions, anybody? Problem with equality is that there are some people who take it too far, and that breaks the balance. I personally think when it comes to true equality, the only way you're taking it too far is when you're making it is when you're making it unequal again. Because it's my firm belief everyone has the equal right to exist fundamentally in and have the same capacity to do what they want. Obviously, there is a limit to that. Like, not everyone has the right to murder people and stuff, but as long as you're not hurting anyone, and as long as you're not hurting yourself, I fundamentally believe that you should be treated with respect and dignity. And yeah, and that's why I etched it onto my skin forever. When is my next stream? Because you like my streams. I might do one next week, to be honest. It really depends, because I don't think I'll have a video out by then. It could be next week. I don't have a consistent stream schedule. Question for context. You're going into digital art. If I end up liking your digital art, would I ever commission you? There's a difference between me liking art and me thinking this is right for Croneo. But if I feel like you have what I'm looking for, I would. Like, there are people who there's someone that I befriended, and then I liked their content, they liked my content, and then we ended up working together. And you'll get to see our art in the next video. So it's like I'm not against working. I'm plus like I've commissioned my partner multiple times, so I honestly don't think it's selfish to like have an already like you already know one another, but then if the art is good and if the art is what you're looking for, commission them. I think if anything, that's preferred. How question? Okay, so can I end the stream when it's 2 hours left for me until New Year's? I'll try, actually. Have I done a Regimon? Because I could make a flying one, a water one, because Scotland is the rainiest and windiest place in Europe. Okay, I'm not gonna have a wind Reggie, but I am planning to do my own Reggies, but you have to wait and see. I am gonna have wind-based Pokemon. I'm gonna have Pokemon to do with the fact that water is water's the most abundant type in Croneo, apart from like normal. So like, there's I've carefully thought out stuff to do with how Scotland's really windy and Scotland is really rainy. So I have thought about that, and there is going to be a Pokemon to do with wind, rain, and even sunlight, because it's a renewable themed Pokemon. But you're not going to see that for quite a few months yet. I will have a water type Regilo. That's the one that I've got the least grasp on what I want it to look like, and if my themes are perfect, but Hello, Styx Pixie. How are you doing? Soon I might go on a toilet break, actually, and grab myself another drink. Because my throat ends up hurting after doing a stream. So if I'm gonna keep going for another half hour, which to be honest, I think everyone's overdue a longer stream because I keep ending them prematurely because I really, really need to go to the toilet. But it would be a quick toilet break this time. So just letting everyone know a little bit in advance that yeah. So I wonder how should I go about like making sure you guys all don't just leave while I'm away for a few minutes? Question: what should I do?
Do we have tape, a pen, and some paper?
They're all in the house, but I'd have to leave the room to get it, and I'm kind of leaving the room anyway, so it's like it would be a longer ordeal to do that than just to like temporarily leave. Do a sketch for me, sure.
Type in chat.
Okay. I will be back in a few minutes. Yeah. Type that in chat.
Alright, no, fuck off.
Alright. I'll be back, guys. I have returned. And okay. The anti-camel zone is now the bane of your existence. Oh, we're bringing that back. Yeah, I went there. I went to the anti-camel zone. There weren't any camels there, surprisingly. So, and yes, I'm drinking WKD, Blue Wicked. It is. I mean, it's an alcohol pop. It's got very low alcohol in it, but there is alcohol in it. But I'm an adult, so anti-camel zone. Honestly, I'd actually do that. What happens if a camel goes into the anti-camel zone?
It's anti.
It cancels out the camel. I'll let your imagination fill in the rest.
The anti-pro shippers get them.
Do they die? I guess it gets wood chipped. So what? Are you suggesting the anti-camel zone is just a dimension of wood chipping? That's horrible. That's not what I was imagining. I was just imagining a place where if a camel was there, it wouldn't exist. I guess that means we're living in the camel zone, because camels do exist.
It's their world, we're just living in it.
Yeah, it's the camel's world, we're just living in it. Yeah. What's my favorite Fakemon I've made, and what was your favorite Pokemon from my favorite region? What is my favorite Fakemon from my favorite fake region? Okay. My favorite Fakemon I've made, I can't answer that. I just can't. I love them all. I know that's a generic answer, but still. What's my favorite Pokemon from my favorite region? Well, my favorite region's Unova, because I am biased towards my first region, and it's really good. And my favorite Pokemon from that is the Oshawott line. But I have a particular fondness for Duot. So yeah. My favorite Fakemon from my favorite fake region. Well, my favorite Fakemon region is Fearon. Well, I have a favorite Forge form out of the Forge forms, if that counts. And I have a feeling I'd get killed if I didn't say it was Roserade. Because I'm currently in the room with the person who submitted that design in that competition. So, I mean, it is genuinely my favorite Forge form, though. Well, certainly my favorite Forge form of a previously existing Pokemon. But if you want, like, a complete Fakemon, that is a good question. Firunian Frigilith, I really like, actually. But I did like so far. My team for Furin would definitely be like Hselder and Frigilith, but maybe also like Waspark. Maybe something else. I think they're probably like definitely on team. I'm probably Drekion, but then again, I'm a sucker for an evolution. Eevee's my favorite Pokemon of all time, so yeah. Bringing back to the time You made a mon that actively hunted Magikarp. It was less so about hunting Magikarp and more.
Sending a message.
It was sending a message. It got a bit too far for my liking, but hey, like, I mean, it's a cool idea. It's a cool idea. Who would win in one Arabian anti-camel versus a billion of each Pokemon? Well, Hooper would send the anti-camel to the anti-camel zone.
So camel zone.
You could say it's the camel zone. So the anti-camel zone is filled with wood chippers, meat grinders, washing machines, also vegans, and camel haters. Vegan. Are camels vegans though?
Yeah, unfortunately.
So it's not a case of all vegans are there. It's just some of the things are there happen to be vegan, but they're definitely not camels because it's the anti-camel zone.
Oh my god.
How so? It only cut off their tongues, replace it, and then force Magikarp to allow it to evolve into a Jin. I think it was the sense that it killed Magikarp that I wasn't the biggest fan of, but like without that aspect, it's fine. I swear, I'm gonna make anti-camel zone merch at this rate. I don't know why. I just want a coaster with anti-camel zone on it, or a mug, an anti-camel zone mug. That would be perfect. Change it so that Magikarp is in extreme pain. If anything, that's worse. What about a normal camel merch? Yeah, but that wouldn't be unique because I'm pretty sure there's camel merch like everywhere. Speaking of merch, I'm not against making merch, man, including like a Fakemon plushie. But like that sounds like a lot of work. Because like, I have Snagooey by Loxton, but I would love to have like a plushie of one of my Fakemon. That would be cool. Don't know which one yet though. Like none of them actually scream out to me as this is the plushie mon, because like some of the Fakemon that have been the best are like starters, which it would be if you do one, you gotta do them all, and mon that would breach like some copyright law if I made merch of them. So, you know. Unless if I like made like something for charity, like a charity Pokedex book, but for like all of the Chroneomon. Like I would love to have that just in case, like, because being a Fakemon commissioner, it's like having all of your work online and just online is kind of scary if you're also kind of technophobic and scared of the apocalypse. So, because that would mean you've kind of wasted your life. So, I would love to have something like physical to basically say, I've done this, you know? Would anti-camel be from New Zealand according to geography, history, culture? Everything New Zealand is the opposite of the Arab world. Possibly. Also, one people who also hate camels, can't forget that. Is New Zealand the anti-camel zone? Maybe. Perhaps.
Pro-hobbit, anti-camel.
Pro-hobbit, anti-camel. Any more Croneo questions? Hooper, I'm sending you to New Zealand. Hooper saying, I'm sending you to New Zealand. Sends a camel to New Zealand, and the camel's just like, no. Haha, I sent you to the anti-camel zone, also known as New Zealand. Doesn't New Zealand imply the existence of Old Zealand? I think someone told me what Old Zealand was, and I just don't know. I forgot. Okay, Fly Fox, I think you've got an overactive imagination about wood chippers and camels from our discussion about the anti-camel zone. And the people who live there are vegans, camel haters, and worn people. All right. That's part of the Netherlands. Oh yeah, Old Zealand. Yeah. Zealand. So the westernmost and least populous province of the Netherlands. The province is located in the southwest of the country, borders North Brabant to the east and South Holland to the north. And the country of Belgium to the south and the west. Although the sea is also at the west of it by the looks of it. So, yeah. Netherlands. Also, the camels survive. All that's revealed is that Hooper's the final boss. Like, Hooper Unbound is there to finish the job. It's there to finish the job. I think my channel revenue thing is updated. I've earned $3.73 today. Woo! Yeah, I've been earning quite a bit of YouTube money from. No, just Karen Hooper. Hooper, but a Karen who hates camels. Karen Hooper. Okay. Camel number 1. What did the camels do? Look, you're the one who pitted up the fight. I'm just saying what Hooper would do to win the fight is send it to the anti-camel zone. Okay? That's all. By the way, I'm perfectly open to like discuss like how much money I earn with you, like from doing YouTube. By the way, because all the money's going back into Croneo, so it's like, if anything, I'm investing it in something that you guys will like. So Hooper doesn't know what a camel is, but if it was fighting it, it would send it to a place that it would be like, this will probably lose. But yeah, my estimated revenue this month has been $541.72. So yeah, I might earn more next month, might earn less. It really depends. January's a bit shit. but when it comes to YouTube viewership and revenue. So yeah. Karen Hooper is a wood chipper. I can't believe this is what we're talking about. This is going to be the last thing on my mind in 2022. I'm thinking about a Karen version of Hooper, but it's a wood chipper. That should be a fake one, though. For sure. She's like a vacuum that sucks in the camel and chippers it into mini Karen Hoopers. I can't deal with this fly fox. All right, 10 minutes to go. Camel and Hooper boxing match when Hooper doesn't need to box. It can portal it to the anti-camel zone. Anti-camel zone is considered camel hell. Well, yeah, if there is a place that completely cancels you out, that is a hell. What about the anti-Hooper zone? Isn't that just a place with a bunch of bug types? Strong bug types as well. What if Camel can navigate the realms like Hooper? Well, it's not a camel anymore then, because that's not what camels do. Camel got that anti-camel zone cancelled. Oh my god. Oh, my cat's here. My cat's here. Come on, Pebbles. Come. No. Hold on. I'm gonna make the cat say hello. No. She's escaped. Oh no. I've caught her. Here is Pebbles. Say hello. Okay. Oh,
Close the door, close the door, close the door.
I'll close the door in a sec. Hold on, I need to turn the light out too. But yeah. Sorry, that was very important. It was very important for me to show you the cat. Aww. Now my partner's playing with our cat. Five minutes to go. So remember, this may be your last chance to ask questions before the end of the year. Any final Croneo questions? We've gone 5 minutes to go before the stream ends. Less than that, even. Will there be a camel Pokemon in Croneo? No. Will there be a camel haters Pokemon? No, there will not be a camel Pokemon. But that's fine, because, I mean, Scotland doesn't really have camels. And I don't really see... I mean, it could. I mean, I could have, like, Camerupt come back. But yeah, will there be merch? Maybe. I do definitely want to make a design of the anti-camel zone. 'Need Hooper and Wood Chip is on it. Maybe. Anti-camel is kind of camel, so it isn't that bad. But I don't have anti-camel Pokemon. I don't have either. Two minutes left. Let's transport the entirety of the camel population to Scotland. They might die of the cold, to be honest. Vegan Hooper is the true final boss in the camel zone. Well, if there's no more questions, I'll start my closing. The anti-camel zone is the new OI. Right. So, thank you all for tuning in. It's been great. It's been great. I'm a bit tired now, but I'll stay awake until New Year hits us. Folk, I hope you've had a nice Hogmanay, New Year's Eve, which Hogmanay, my Venery evolution's based on. And I do hope you all have a wonderful New Year. I sure as hell hope I do. Under a minute for you. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going until it hits it for you. I'm super, super duper excited for what 2023 will bring to this channel. And I'm excited for you all to join along the ride. Happy New Year. So see you next year, and well, Happy New Year, everyone. Take care now.